this way. Okay, let me do this one. This is Daddy's one, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing yours in there. Okay, I understand what I'm doing wrong. Okay, that one is pressed. I've got to change it to, okay, and the Facebook one. Right. 1 second. Let me press this one. Okay, let's set this one on. The Facebook one is on right now. Just go, hold on. Assalamu alaikum everyone, bear with me for a minute. I'm trying to set up 3 different setups, one for Instagram, one for Facebook, and one for YouTube. My dear YouTube followers, it took me all day to realize that yesterday I did 2 Facebooks instead of 1 YouTube, 1 Facebook. So I do sincerely apologize to our YouTube followers. And so we have 3 iPhones set up, 3 separate mics. I did buy a fancy microphone yesterday, but I'm still figuring out how to use it. So bear with me, like I've told you. I went to school many years ago, so I'm still learning all this new technical wizardry. Okay, so let's just have a look. There's some people join. Right. I hope it doesn't make any noise. Oh my days, you don't want to see me. Hold on. Let's see, this is why I don't do these things. Hold on. How did that happen? Mario, can you look up, please? Just got to check. No, that one's gone. Oh. Right, YouTube is fine. It's just fine. It's the Facebook one. 1 second. Oh God. Sorry, Facebook. Gonna hear a little bit of noise, but your tripod wasn't working. So I'm improvising in the most funniest way. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone now. You're not quite in the middle. Hold on. Let me just... There we go. I think we are ready. Oh. You lot all need to send me a present just for this setup. I lose sleep over this setup. Okay. Only joking. Just remember us in your du'as. Just going to let you know, Hafiz Maria was very, very, very ill after Fajr time this morning, so please, over you lot, some of you are new followers, do please remember to say MashaAllah, Allahum Mabarak, and all the rest of it, please, if you've not seen how Hafiz Amari operates. Please, that's the mother's request. Okay, so Maria, ready when you are. I'll say Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum everybody. I hope you're all well, staying safe, and I hope learning Ayah 1 yesterday was quite easy. Today we're going to be learning verse 2 of Surah Al-Kahf. So first I will read the verse normally and then translate it. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا. The verse translated as, and he has made it straight to give warning of a severe punishment from him, and to give glad tidings to the believers who work righteous deeds, that they shall have a fair reward. Okay, so the word qayyiman means straight. Liyunzira means so that give warning. Ba'san means punishment. Shadidan means severe. Min means from. Ladunhu means his side. Wayubashira means and give glad tidings. Al-mu'minina means the believers. الذين means those who. يعملون means they do. الصالحات means righteous deeds. أن لهم means and verily for them. أجر means a reward. حسنا means fair. Okay, so as for those who watched our Ramadan challenge, one of our hifz tips was to listen to a reciter. If you come across a large ayah, putting a split in the ayah, if there's no designated stop, makes it easier for younger viewers to learn the ayah. So I listen to Abu Bakr Shatri as he reads at a nice pace. So in this ayah, you'll put a line after the word mu'minina, and then you'll put an arrow as you're going back to the word wa yubashira, so under the waw. So we'll be learning the verse in 2 parts. As for those who watched yesterday's video, where we learned verse 1, we will be learning the verse in 3 parts. So the first part, I will just read the ayah with looking 7 times, and you will just follow along. Then the second time, I will read the verse, but in between each time, I will give you a chance to read the verse, but this time it's with looking. Then in the third part, I will recite the verse without looking, then give you a chance to also recite it without looking. However, at the end of the video, I will read both verse 1 and 2 together. So let's start.
For those of you who are interested in verse numbers, who have seen Mario do the magic of verse numbers, you have to now mentally tell yourself and on your piece of paper that you are learning verse number 2. So hopefully, as well as saying the first 2 words, you learn the number 2 simultaneously. Okay? So yesterday you learned 1, so you tell yourself Alham was part 1, Koi is 2. Okay, so this is how you bring it in. You bring it in now. We don't learn the verse numbers after. You learn them as you're learning the verses. Okay, for all those who always want to know how verse numbers are done, they are done now as you are learning the verse. They are not picked up afterwards. They are done now. Okay.
Okay, so the first part, I'm just going to read the verse and you're just going to follow along. قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا قيما لينذر لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا.
Last one.
قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا. Okay, so now on to the second part, where I'm just going to read the first part with looking and then give you a chance to also repeat it with looking. قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين. 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 Okay, so now on to the second part. ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا. ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا. ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا. ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا Okay, so now to the third part where we're going to do the whole ayah, but this time without looking. And I've shut my Quran, so you need to shut yours too. قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا. قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا. قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا. Okay, so now I'm going to be reading verse 1 and 2 together. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا. Okay. So we'll see you tomorrow.
It's a very short verse tomorrow.
Yes.
Inshallah, see you all tomorrow 9:30 for verse number 3, which is a very small verse. Ideally, you should be reading the verse that you're learning tomorrow tonight. It's very, very tiny. So if you could ideally read that 7 times today instead of 7 times just before learning as well, it makes the learning so much easier. Inshallah, see you tomorrow at 9:30, and I hope it's going well for you. So just keep listening to 1 and 2 and just keep reading along with it, and inshallah you will know by tomorrow. Okay, so
see you tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum.